Hey guys, it's me, Marty, and welcome to this week's edition of First Impression Fridays. So, let me give y'all some backstory on the day. So, our temperature dropped overnight, literally 40 degrees. So, like right now, it's like 20 something degrees outside. It's been that way all day today. It's been dark and windy, and just really the day you want to just stay in and cuddle up. It's cuffing season, people. You want to stay in and cuddle up and just watch TV all day, which is literally what I did. I binge watched, got caught up on so many shows. I slept, I ate. That's pretty much all I did. So tonight at about 11 o'clock, I decided, hey, you know what? After I had dinner, as a matter of fact, the only time I really saw other people today was when I had a couple people over for dinner. And I was like, you know what? After they left, I'm like, you know what? Today was very counterproductive. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to start shooting some videos. So today, the First Impression Friday is on these NYX professional makeup brushes. So little backstory on this. So off at the Macy's 10 Days of Beauty. I don't know if y'all remember, but like a year or two ago, they started that and I started shopping it, and almost every year I've had a haul from it. So they kind of, I don't want to say rival, but it's similar to Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, except it's just 10 days and it's always really, really good deals. There's like a featured deal that they'll have, a featured couple products every day, it changes. And then there's like one set group of products that is the same price every day, but it's a pretty big chunk. It's a discount. So these were 40% off. They are dirty because I used them to create this look today. But so these NYX brushes, okay, they were rumored to come out like, I'm pretty sure it was like 6 months to a year before they actually dropped. I was actually waiting on these to come out when I ordered my Shiny Squirrel that I use all the time, the 40 brushes. I was going to throw out all of my old makeup brushes and restock all of them with these. And now that I have them in my hand, I can see why. I just could not wait anymore. Like my brushes were like, I don't even know, like they were bald-headed. Okay, girl, they were bald-headed brushes. They were looking very rough. So, that's what I did. It's whatever. So I finally, now that I have like 5 cups of brushes, I saw these and I decided it was finally time to give them a shot. So before we actually get into this, last Friday on First Impression Fridays, I introduced glam tracks, which is music I'm going to put to each video so that you can listen to them while you're getting cute to go somewhere. Because I have a playlist called Bad B-Word Uri. So when I'm getting ready to go somewhere, it's that playlist and it's got all my favorite get cute jams because I listen to music all the time. It's so stale to say now because of the reunion, but like my favorite band is My Chemical Romance. They've been that way forever. Check my Instagrams, baby. This did not just happen last week. But anyway, it's tell for another time. No one ever believes me when I say that. Wonder why. But anyway, but there's different strokes for different folks and different rhymes for different times. So I don't listen to that when I'm getting ready, okay? So if I'm going to a birthday party, the Black Parade is not going to get me in the mood for that. A little bit of Todrick Hall, a little bit of J-Lo, you know, that kind of a situation. So today's glam track is Dripisha by Todrick Hall, who I adore. And it's featuring Tiffany Haddish, which I didn't know how that was going to come out when I saw it on I guess it was an EP he did. What is it called? House Party 2. I listen to Todrick Hall nonstop when I'm getting ready. So today's glam track is Todrick Hall featuring Tiffany Haddish, Dripisha. Back to this story now. I don't know if y'all can see. They are so well made. They are so pretty. And I got them all. I grabbed 5 of them just to try. Because again, I have all these makeup brushes, but I had wanted to try these for so long. So when I saw them 40% off at Macy's, I decided to go ahead and get some that I was missing or some that don't look like what I already have, which is crazy to think I still have stuff that I don't own yet. So I'm going to test these brushes out one by one. I'm going to tell you the price point and everything when I get into each one. Okay, so let me start by saying this is literally like the very beginning of my look. I have been primed, moisturized, brows are done and carved out, and I did a transition color because our first brush of the NYX brushes that I want to use is going to be the Crease brush. So while I'm doing my eyebrow look, I'll be using that one. Where is it? Here's something I already don't like about them. The brushes themselves are gorgeous. I mean, you can see it in my hand how pretty it is. It has NYX Professional Makeup on the side of it, but it doesn't have which brush it is. So instead of putting these 3 long words, it would have been a lot nicer to instead have received what brush it is, because I have like 6 brushes I just got, and so I can't really like, you know, disseminate between all of them, but they're beautiful, and I knew they were going to be beautiful, and that's why I tried to wait for them until I couldn't wait anymore and had to get my shanty set. But this, I would gladly have all of my brushes replaced with this. Looks wise, I haven't tried it yet, but looks wise. Before we get started using this, let's get to brass tacks, because y'all know how I am. The crease brush, I got it at Macy's. So the Pro Crease brush, I got it for $6 at Macy's. We're 40% off the entire time. So I paid $6 for this brush, and it retails for $10. So let's test it out. I like that it comes with a sheath. That's good. Now, this is the first one of the brushes I'm trying. So just if y'all notice I'm talking more about it than I talk about the rest of them. I'm going to use the Lorac palette. The Lorac Pro 2 palette, I think this one is. Because I kind of actually want to match my outfit, which is funny because my shirt kind of matches the background. But anyway, so using this crease brush, I'm going to go into this shade Cool Gray, which is right here. And I'm going to use it to kind of chisel out, not chisel out, but apply some color to my crease. And I will be honest with y'all and say I have no idea of the look I'm doing as of right now. So let's see what's up with this crease brush. Okay, so it fits perfectly into the crease, like where it's applying the color. Okay, so something I do notice about this brush, and I said that about the Lorac palette a while back, it kicks up a lot. Like there's a lot of fallout, and I don't know, it's probably not just the brush. It's not just the brush. It is the palette too, but the blues would fall out. But it does sit really, really good in the socket. But I feel like it would maybe be better to use it as a blend brush. Like y'all can see the fallout under my eye, the one I did off camera. So much fallout, but anyway. Now, what I'm gonna do actually with this brush again, I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit more because I feel like this line is too harsh. And I feel like the length of the bristles of the brush will help a little bit. So I think I might try a little bit of a halo-ish eye today. So I'm gonna go back into this palette here, and I'm gonna focus more on this part of the eye. Just because the soft glam look, I've been doing it like a lot lately, which is my go-to look on a daily. But this is YouTube after all. We don't watch looks. Okay, so that is the crease brush. Right off the bat, I like it. It's good, but I wouldn't call it a crease brush. I'd probably call it a eyeshadow blender brush or something, because I think I'm going to use it a lot more for that than applying into the crease. Maybe just because I'm so used to doing my crease a certain way that this is a little harder for me to understand. Not understand, but harder for me to kind of master. So one hearty 3 chicken tender meal later and a halo eye. Our next brush is going to be where is it at? The slanted eyeliner brush. I think that's this one. But again, since they don't say anything, I don't know which one it is. So far in my usage, I have tried the crease brush, and the crease brush was good, but I think I'll probably use it, when I actually use it, I'll probably use it more as a, girl, how about this skank rolled clean underneath the chair? So this is the NYX gel eyeliner in jet black, and it's not that I wanted them to match, but this is my favorite black eyeliner that I own. It's just so pigmented. It's pretty easy to apply, so I'm assuming if anyone's gonna work with a NYX gel eyeliner, it should be a NYX eyeliner brush. So while I'm opening this up, let me give you some stats. On the same sales I mentioned earlier, this brush retails for $10. Sorry, it retails for $9, and I got it on sale for $5.40. So, all right. So this one didn't have a, oh, I love the little set. See how it matches? I'm a fool for that. So I'm going to use this Lorac Pro Palette Mirror, hopefully, to apply this. I'm going to do this eye with y'all and this one off camera, so. Okay, so it was really easy to apply on this eye. Now, of course, with y'all, I'm probably going to mess it up because that's what always freaking happens. And all I did on the other eye was just kind of stamp out a little line. See, I can't do it without holding my eye. I'm going to have to hold it. I'm sorry. Do this at your own risk. I don't know. People say it'll make wrinkles, whatever, whatever. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this brush. This brush, I like it a lot better than the last brush because first off, it was $5.40. I mean, high. It did what it was supposed to do. Like, I really like this brush, so I'm gonna try to wing it out a tad with this. I'm always so nervous doing eyeliner on camera because, like, that's the thing I do the best in my regular life, and then I do the worst on camera. I don't know what the problem is, besides it's hard. Picks up a good amount of product. I'm sorry if this looks crazy because I got like one eye open and one eye closed, but whatever. But it just kind of, it's not like I have to keep going back and forth over it. I'm doing that just to make sure my lines are even. But I mean, for the most part, it's quick and pretty painless way to apply eyeliner. Because eyeliner, if y'all don't know, eyeliner can be a beast to you, okay? It can be a beast to apply. So I can see y'all are aware I'm clearly color corrected right now. Because the next brush I want to try out is the NYX Total Control Drops foundation brush. So the reason I'm really excited about this one, this is the one I really wanted to get, is because of the fact that for once in my life, I actually have the foundation that goes with the brush. This Total Control Drops foundation brush was $8.50. It was $14 regular price. Like, that means I am so stoked. I cannot wait to see how this works together. So I'm gonna unwrap the little thing. Again, I love the packaging of the brush. I love the look of the brush. The aesthetics are beyond. Like, I love the way this looks. Now, I did notice, I said earlier that I didn't know which one was which because they didn't write it on the thing, but I noticed on the back right here, there's a little number for each one. So I'm hoping that there's some kind of guide somewhere in the universe that tells us which one each one is. So, okay, her big thick ghetto nails can't open this, and that's fine. Again, why do brushes have like either way too much protection or no protection at all? Like, really, girl? It's just chipping off pieces of my nail polish. You know what? But we're still not there. I know y'all saw it a little while ago when I first slid it down. Some of it is already kind of frayed. See this? It shouldn't stick out like that. Now, it could be static because we are actually in the middle of a hard freeze right now. That's why I'm shooting today. I didn't plan to shoot videos for a little while. I want to take a little break, but I've been in the house all day binge watching Godfather of Harlem. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. And eating. Just shaking up the NYX Total Control Drops foundation. And I have it in the shade Cinnamon, I believe. Yep, Cinnamon, I remember it. Yay. Because it was such a good match. I was so surprised because this stuff was so cheap. I mean, not that it's a cheap foundation. Well, it's an inexpensive foundation, but... So I'm going to drop the drops on here. I'm assuming it's like bare minerals. There's not really any directions on how to do this. So I'm also assuming that it will work with any drop foundation. Okay. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I did not think this was going to work when I opened it up. But I like this. The only thing I could tell is going to bother me is that the thing I can tell is going to bother me already is just how dirty it looks once it gets in there. Now, I know that's not a big deal to some people. I mean, you are using the brush, and I just did a tutorial on how to clean them. But I don't clean my brushes every day, and every time I see this brush, it's going to annoy me that it looks so dirty. I just dropped some more onto the brush to go with the rest of my face. So this reminds me, like I said, of the concept that Bare Minerals originally came up with, I think, where they had the drops and you would put them on the brush. The brush had the little hole in the middle like this one, and you would just drop the little drops into the hole. And I don't know how, but some magic way, there's little beauty fairies working in there. And they get your face to look flawless. I don't know how it works. I don't feel the need to question. I don't know how my car works either. I just know I got to keep oil and gas in it. Just dropping more into the brush, which I don't know if y'all remember, but when I actually demoed this on the first Impression Friday for the NYX Total Control drops, it was kind of an issue. I thought it was really light coverage for them to call it medium to full. But I'm starting to notice now, maybe that's just a makeup thing because I have tried so many products that are medium to full that I consider like light to medium. And I don't know if maybe my skin is just like crazy. When I go get a facial, they'll usually, I lost my liner. Ugh, but you see, that's why I wait to conceal under my eyes till after my foundation, because that always seems to happen to me. But anyway, they always say my skin is pretty good. So I don't know if I just have bad skin or what the deal is, but it annoys me like there's no tomorrow when they say something is a heavy coverage or super full coverage and it's just not. So, you know, most of these drop foundations, the ones I've tried, they claim to be buildable. And I'm not going to say it's not. Like, this is a pretty good beat. I mean, I shouldn't call it a beat. This is a pretty good look. It does look pretty flawless. My skin looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It covered the color correct concealer pretty well. And that never happens. So I will have to give this brush full on props. Now, in person, to me, my skin looks a little, I don't know, like cracky. Like it's a lot of product. But, I mean, the brush definitely did its job. I wonder if it would work with, like, that Ulta Drop foundation or the MAC one or just any of the other ones. I just wonder if it's, I mean, it can't be specific to this product, right? Nobody would buy, like, who has that many bottles of NYX Control Drops? So, okay, guys, so now we're entering into the home stretch of our look for this First Impression Friday. And the next brush we have is the NYX Pro Flat Foundation Brush. So this brush retails for $15 and I got it at Macy's for $9. How long is it taking me to do anything? Now, I will tell y'all that these brushes are so freaking pretty. Like, this set of brushes is so pretty. I need to clean that up. Maybe I'll use this brush for that because I'm like, I don't have enough foundations to put on my face to try out all these foundation brushes I bought. I'm going to use it in not the right form. I'm just going to put that out there. So I'm not going to judge it completely on its ability to be a foundation brush just because of the fact that I just can't possibly put any more foundation on my face today. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use this Becca Evermatte Shine Proof Foundation in Cocoa, which I actually bought to use as a contour. So since it is a foundation, I'm hoping that it's going to, like, you know, do what it's supposed to do. But I don't know how much trouble you could get into with a flat foundation brush. Like, I don't know. So I'm just going to apply it with this. And then if need be, I'll blend it out with a sponge. So you see how dark this color is? So I bought it as a contour. But here's the thing with this Becca. It dries fast. So that's why I'm hoping that I can at least use it to brush up these cheekbones. Honey, okay. Okay, this brush is like getting the job very much so done. I was not expecting that. It went against all of my better judgment to use it to spread it to, but y'all, I don't even know that I need to really blend this out. It did pretty well. Yeah, I like this brush a lot, and I never thought I'd use it for what I just used it for, but I mean, it definitely got the job done, right? Okay, so I was not planning to use that brush in that way, but those cheekbones are like beyond, and that slim little nose, girl, where? Okay, so I'm gonna go and finish the rest of my look. I will be back in a second. Okay, y'all, so we have come to the last brush on our NYX Professional Brushes First Impression Friday. So the last brush, and this is one I really need. Actually, this is the one I went to the sale for. I just kind of grabbed all the rest of them, even though I wasn't supposed to. I did anyway. So this is the Pro Flat Concealer Brush. Now, I'm a believer, and y'all have heard me say this before, that I never think you can have too many concealer brushes because they're so multifunctional. Like, you can use it for cleanup. You can use it to actually apply concealer. You can use it for all these different things. So this is the brush. I paid $5.40 for it. It is a $9 brush. I was a little bit out, so, but whatever. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Skin Concealer in 6.0, which at this point in my look, towards the end of it, I'll usually use those concealers just to clean stuff up. So like how my under eye is a little muddy at this point. If I do my lipstick first, I'll use it to go back and trace it. Well, I used to. Now I really use the NYX Wonder Pencil. Man, NYX is like killing my makeup station right now. I have a whole makeup closet. Okay. Okay, now this is important, so I need to say this. This concealer brush being so flat, it makes it very easy to apply that concealer right where you want it and to be able to like blend it down, because that happens, you know, as I tend to get reminded a lot in my comment section. I am not a professional makeup artist. I do have a Bachelor of Fine Arts, so I mean, are they hanging eyebrows in the Louvre? I didn't think so. So I'm quite familiar with the color wheel. I know my way around some. Anyway, I'm not even getting into that. Whatever. You don't have to watch my channel if you don't want to. Or you could just watch it, get all your ideas from it, and share it with all of your followers and not give me credit, because that's been happening quite a lot lately. But anyway, I love this brush. I think it's really, really good to do what I just did, to spot correct wherever you're having issues. If you're having pimples, again, mascara. I always use mascara because that usually tends to dissolve the quickest. I mean, it takes the longest to really, really conceal. And y'all know me by now. I don't really care about that scar that much anymore. At this point, I got it when I was 7 years old. So I've had time to get used to it. But just to prove how strong the concealer is, that is our last brush. I'm going to go and finish up my look, and I will be back to recap with y'all. Okay, guys, so I went through all of these brushes. I want to talk about them one at a time and talk about what I thought about them. So let's start with the Pro Flat Foundation brush. So I used this one actually not for its intended purposes. I mean, I used it for a foundation, but a foundation that I used as a like a cream contour. But it is a foundation. It's a formulated foundation. So I used this one for it. I mean, I thought it was so good. This brush, I even used it to blend, and I didn't expect that. Like brushes, usually I'll apply with a brush and then blend with a sponge. I mean, y'all can see the contour still there. It was just a really good, I really liked it. Next, we have the, I believe this was the Pro Foundation, the Pro Concealer Flat Brush. So what this one does, it's awesome to spot correct. Like anywhere I had, like earlier, this eyeshadow on the bottom was like way smokier than I wanted it to be. So I just went back in with this, and I literally just like magic erased it using a concealer. So I like it a lot. This one was the one that wasn't, I mean, it was good, but I'm questioning how often I'll be able to use this one actually, because this is the Total Control. Why can I talk? The NYX Total Control Drop Foundation Brush. So this goes with a specific foundation that NYX released a while back. I already had it, so I tried it the way it was intended. I loved it, but I'm hoping that I can do the same thing with other drop serum foundations. Another one, really, really good. This one, the Crease eyeshadow brush. So this one, if I had to pick a least favorite, it would be this one, only because I feel like it worked more as an eye blender brush than a crease brush, because it kind of spread my crease all over the place. Like it wasn't as direct as I needed it to be. A good brush. I just don't know that I would use it for those purposes. And then this one is actually my favorite. So this is the slanted eyeliner brush. I applied another NYX product because I use NYX all the time. That's why I wanted the brush set to match. But since they decided to push it back a doggone year, your girl has to apply brows at some point. So this one, I use it with the NYX gel eyeliner, and it did a great job. I was able to make this pretty sharp wing. I was able to fill in my line here. It's a really good brush. So something I do have to complain about with these, this is the reason I'm going to give it, I don't know if I want to do 3 out of 5 diamonds, because that seems really low. Yeah, I'll say 3 out of 5 diamonds. And here's the reason why. So that's a big, like, in my teacher mind, of course, I am equaling that to 60%, which is a failure. It's not a failure. It just like, it really bothers me that they took the time, and I'm going to show y'all this, that they took the time to write down NYX Professional Makeup on the brush and not tell you what the brush is for. For me, you, people that are, you know, doing makeup a lot and like makeup, you may know what these are used for, but a couple years ago, if you just gave me these brushes, it's like, go do your makeup, I would have no freaking idea what I was doing. So like the Shani brushes, and there's a few other ones that Luxie brushes, a few other ones do that where they show you the name or there's a logo or something and what the brush is used for. Now I did notice that these are numbers. So like this one is a 07, this one is a 10, and that's all well and good, but I don't have a freaking list of NYX makeup brushes to go and look and see what I'm supposed to use them for. Now, again, if you're somebody that likes makeup and plays with makeup and brushes like I do, like you probably do if you're watching this, it's not that big a deal. But for someone who doesn't, and I have to look at it from someone that just ordered brushes, that, you know, just saw pretty brushes and wanted to buy them, or someone that's getting into makeup. Like, I have a little cousin, I love to death. She's like the coolest little chick I've ever met in my life. It's crazy that someone that smart could be that young, and that people that are as old as I am and older are morons. If I gave her these brushes and said, here you go, this is for you to do your makeup with, she would put this crap in a cup and never touch it. She would probably only take it out when I went to her house, I'm pretty sure. Or when she came over here, she would just like bring her makeup brushes that she never used before. But if you do that, it's almost counterproductive, because it's gonna put you watching tutorials to figure out how to use these. And it would have just been better, NYX, if you just put the thing on there. And I'm hoping that they were trying to get rid of these brushes, so that's why they were so cheap. Hopefully, because they were 40% off regular price. So like all of these brushes together cost what 2 brushes would cost, somewhere around those mathematics. That's why I was an English teacher, because I cannot do mathematics to save my life. Since I love these brushes, they are very good, but the bad parts are bad. Like the fact that you might not know what to do with these. I want to make sure I'm stressing that I don't think they're bad brushes. I just think some of them are not properly equipped for what they're supposed to be used for. And I hate that there's no name on them. And y'all had the space to write all of this junk, but couldn't put a list on it. Thank you so much for watching this week's First Impression Fridays. If you want more price points and more information on each one of the brushes, I'm going to have those in the corresponding blog post that will be linked below the video. If you have questions or comments, feel free to reach out in the comment section below, or you can hit me up on social media, which is always the last slide. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.